The blow has been struck tonight.
Well, we all know it's a big night for City and obviously for Arsenal. One thing we have to be clear on is that experience, quality and time is always in favour of City because they've been here before, they've done it before, they have a huge squad, injury doesn't mean anything for them. Arsenal is a little bit different, but the first half has been superb for Arsenal and I haven't seen many teams compete with the way they did today, the first half. And obviously we want the points, you know, Arsenal will want the points, you want to go on and win games. But to be fair, when we talk about the process, this first 45 minutes are the process because no team played the way they played and it was superb.
Mikel, commiserations, how do you sum up the night?
Well, at the end, disappointment because we lost it, and I say we because we lost it. I think it was an incredible battle between two teams, and when we had them, we just give them the goals. Absolutely give them the goals, and against this team, they're going to destroy it, and they did. In the other hand, we had three big chances against this team. We didn't put them away. That was the difference.
Difference at either end, then, in terms of also being clinical, was that clearly something that could have been better?
You have to be, to beat them, we have to be over our level, you know, because they are such a team, individually, the quality that they have. But we absolutely matched them. I think we had them in big moments, but again, the games are defined in individual moments, especially in the box, and they were better than us.
You got a penalty. Should there have been a second yellow card, do you think, for the goalkeeper, Ederson?
I haven't seen the action again, but we were discussing that.
How do you view your team's performance? At half-time, did you think this is our game to win?
And the second half as well, we have certain periods that we were really imprecise. The restarts of play, we didn't read the situation well enough. We played fast when we didn't have any advantage and we put ourselves in trouble, which, okay, we can accept that, but still the way we gave the goals away is just at this level.
You did
possible.
Clearly, that you said though pre-match we play the Arsenal way, and do you think maybe then you overplayed in terms of?
In certain areas of the pitch, especially after regaining the ball deep, yes, you don't play that. You have to play a different game, and we didn't read those situations well enough.
What did you make of Manchester City in the second half? Was there an element of their experience in terms of being champions, in terms of being down this road before?
I don't know, I didn't see any difference there. I saw, that they were man-to-man, they went a little bit higher up on the field, but we get out of the press as well in many situations, good, but we didn't really understood when to play and which kind of ball to play in certain areas, and we got punished.
It's a tough run for your team right now. What's the message to the players and, of course, to the fans? Because the atmosphere tonight, as you know, it was exceptional, wasn't it?
That the atmosphere and the performance, I think it was really good. If you take away that you gave Manchester City 3 goals. But for the rest, I don't know what else I can demand to the players to match that level. They are the best team in the world, and we match that level. But after, it's just necessary to do certain things better to beat them.
You talked about belief being key. What now, in terms of belief, do you feel to win this league?
I have more belief because I see a team that is going head-to-head with them.
And now, of course, you can go above them again. And then, early kick-off at Aston Villa.
You have to go to the next one. And in 3 days, we have another really difficult game. And this league is like that. Every 3 days, you have to be at your best.
But more belief after this that you can win the league?
I have more belief in my players, yeah.
Away to Nottingham Forest for Manchester City, and this is what it means in terms of the table. For the first time since early November, the champions Manchester City hit the top on goal difference. Arsenal, of course, though, do still have that game in hand. And look at Manchester United. Just those 5 points behind Arsenal now. And that's going to be, is it not, Roberto, such as the standards he set this season, that he went into this 3 games without a goal, but it was just a mini drought. Now he has 26 Premier League goals for the season. That equals the joint most ever for a City player, Sergio Aguero. And Alan, there's still 15 games to go.
26 and 22, by the way. It is bonkers. And after speaking to him a couple of days ago, he says he should have had more through his poor finishing and when other players might have crossed or passed to him. But that's his mentality, that's his attitude, and you can see the relief, albeit it was only 3 games, but you can see the relief and what it means to him to score goals. That's what he lives for, that's his job, and it'll be a happy camp and a happy dressing room there tonight.
What first half as he walks past? Good to see you, Erling. Little handshake for Roberto. He completely blanked the rest of us. And in terms of that first half, he cut a bit of a frustrated figure that would have done him a huge world of good, wouldn't it?
Huge. I mean, talk about drought, not scoring for 3 games. It means, if anything, it's going to incentivise him to score even more. Coming off the pitch there, he was absolutely delighted. He looked at Alan and gave it a right fist pump. You know, he's really pumped up today. And you hear in his interview there the way he talked about how City played today. I think what he's referring to is they're a bit dirty today. They're a bit sort of dark hearts, time wasting in the first half. These are things that you don't really associate with the sort of slick City. They really came for a fight. You know, the goals, they capitalised from a mistake, ruthless performance in terms of how they took advantage of Arsenal's mistake. So he'll be absolutely delighted. And the goal record is absolutely unbelievable. It is astonishing, really, what he's doing in his first season in the Premier League.
And the interesting thing is, Roberto, it's a 3-1 win, but only 36% possession, which is their lowest in a Premier League game under Pep Guardiola. Did tonight they find a different way to win?
Absolutely, and I think that's a little bit for City. It's always been about how you win. It was always about the style, how you can get in front. Today was about winning. And I think it's so refreshing to see when you highlight a game like today. I think for Man City it was more important than Arsenal. For Arsenal now there's a second league starting. They've been fantastic all season. They got 16 games now to try to stay top. But for Man City today was the game. And I think the qualities that you've seen there, first half probably this is not the normal Man City that we expected, but the second half, the players, the decisions, how they behave in the final third, the moment of Kevin De Bruyne, of Erling Haaland, the way they defended all over the pitch, to see a Bernardo Silva playing left back, it didn't matter. It was no excuses, no reasons for not to get the 3 points, and that's the sign of a winning team.
And Erling Haaland with Gabriel Gale was talking about those minor adjustments that Pep Guardiola had made in the second half. Like his honesty, Erling said, I simply can't remember what they were. What minor adjustments, if any, did you see from City's second half?
I don't know, but the Pep I remember from the year I played with him, I remember we won 1-0 at away.
A few months in terms of the title run-in, you find ways to win, and that's exactly what champions do.
Yep, no, absolutely. I think, not that they needed to, but I think that sends a great message out to Arsenal. Arsenal have done incredibly well to get where they are after the number of games, played some great football. Yes, the last 3 games they've had a blip, but what Man City have said to them tonight, if you're going to take our title, you're going to have to work incredibly hard, be incredibly lucky in terms of the injuries that they're going to get. Yeah, so that was a big result, big performance, and a big message out to Arsenal from Manchester City.
Well, let's see what Pep Guardiola makes of it, because he is just striding over to see us now, having a little glance around the pitch to look at some of the players warming down. Pep, good to see you again. Congratulations on the win.
Well done. Very good.
Congratulations, boss.
Handshakes all round. Alan Shearer has just called that a big win, a big performance, and a big message that you sent out for Arsenal. Do you agree?
I should just win. They are okay. Now we are top of the league, but they have 1 game in hand, so it's a long road. Winning or losing, you have a lot of games still to play. But of course, come here, winning against that team. The first half they were much better than us. Second half we were much better. In the half time, so we cannot play without you're not playing. It was defending. It's because they are so good, but we should be more active. And the second half was excellent.
What frustrated you particularly in that first half then?
My tactics.
In what way?
Because I decided something new and it was horrible. Second half we were more like we are.
What in particular was horrible about it?
We let them play a build-up. The way our shape, we let them play. When you let them play with Jorginho, Xhaka, with Alex, they found the players behind, especially Odegaard and the other one, the runners outside. So in the second half, in the half time, we adjusted a little bit. Ruben was really good, going more aggressive to Odegaard, and we control all the balls. We play more, and Erling helped us a lot because we 1-against-1. We had to play more long balls, and he used his power to keep the ball and after do it. But in the first half, they had 1 more man in the middle. We struggled a lot to control them. That's why we suffered, and they were much better. But the second half, we were there.
Pep, was there a concern at half-time with Bernardo Silva on a yellow card? Was there ever a thought to say?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
But Bernardo is so intelligent, and he knows exactly what he doesn't lose his.
We were having the discussion whether you thought you were going to push him further into the middle and then bring a left back on or do it.
Man to man, you don't have the extra player there, so that's why it's a little bit useless.
Yeah.
But Bernardo is so important for us because he's so intelligent, he's so clever to understand what is going on, what happened, and he adapt immediately, correct everything. And it's a guy who played left back and finished with a right winger. So few players can do that.
Pep, you mentioned in the first half you weren't entirely happy, but your team showed a ruthlessness today, an aggressive nature. Did you like that? Is that, you know, to win the game? Is that part of the character of the team? That you like?
We are built as a team like go as a crazy team. So when you wait and you know you float a little bit the opponent, that we are not who we are. In the second half, we were more aggressive, jumping, winning duels, and when that happened, we are a better team.
Pep, do you think it'll be from now to the end of the season that you are involved in the Champions League? Is that something that it could play a part with Arsenal just being in the Europa League, or is something that you feel?
Many games to play. Important is a victory against this stadium, against this team. That the first leg have made 50 points, and they will be back in a good result. So in 3 days we have another one, and after we travel already Champions League. So and now it's the message because we won. It's good. Today was league leader. It's okay, but many games to play for everyone, and we are not an exception.
Go.
Well, I just want to say well done, because the first half was really hard. Like I was saying to the guys, I've never seen a team really pushing like this, but the way you react on the second half, I liked a bit what Eni said, is that we have with Haaland that opportunity to play long and to cause chaos, because that's why he's so fast, he's so strong. And for me, the experience come into the game, because with special players, when you find special spaces, they dictate the game.
Yeah, right, completely right. So
no.
It's a little pause to think about. Let that settle.
Completely right. No, because the second half Arsenal play in the same way in the first half, but we were more aggressive in our high pressing, especially with the ball. You have a courage. I said, the guys, you have to make the challenge. They are aggressive. You have to keep the ball. You have to take it. You have to make an extra touch. Everyone. It's not pass Haaland. It's impossible, Haaland. Haaland is a good player, but against Saliba and Gabriel it's not easy. You have to take a ball, have 1 or 2 or 3 touches, make an extra pass. And we did it, and that's why we play much better.
Let's talk about Kevin De Bruyne, because he's got yet another assist, 6 in all now for Erling Haaland this season. He scores the opening goal as well, a wonderful finish. But you left him out for the Tottenham game. What was your thinking there?
Can't remember that far back.
So I'm not going to discover how important is Kevin for us, but sometimes with the shape of Tottenham, so deep, a 5-4-1, playing the pockets, he struggled a little bit. And I decided to put the 2 strikers to be more present in the box. That was a tactic issue. It's not about it's a bad form or I don't like Kevin De Bruyne. It's just sometimes I saw the opponents, I saw I wanted more presence in the box, because it's difficult to score goals against the Spurs, especially in our team. The other ones maybe not, but in our team it's so difficult, and that's why was the reason why. And because also there are a lot of games, and everyone has to play.
Final question, in terms of the Premier League title race, do you like to set the pace or be the chasers? Because now, on goal difference, you are setting the pace.
No, they have 1 game in hand, so still I consider they are leaders, but could be 8, 9, 10 points behind 2-3 weeks ago. And now we are there, so it's important. But it's many games to play. Many things is going to happen. We are not going to win all the games. Hopefully our contenders neither. And just be patient. Now recover well, go to Nottingham and game by game.
Pep, we've kept you long enough. Thank you ever so much. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Well done.
There we go.
It was a pleasure.
Let's bring in one of the goal scorers tonight. He's looking over there slightly confused as to where he goes. Jack, over you come.